Good afternoon. We welcome you here at the regular meeting of West Valley City Council. We'll begin with our electronic statement. Pursuant to Utah Code, West Valley City has determined that this meeting will be held electronically without an anchor location given the ongoing novel coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. West Valley City has determined the pandemic presents a substantial risk to the health and safety of those who may be present at an anchor location. This meeting will be held electronically. Members of the press and public are invited to view this meeting live on YouTube at www.youtube.com/user/WVCTV. To participate in the public comment period or scheduled public hearings, please visit www.wvc-ut.gov/public comment or contact the city recorder. Thank you. In conjunction with that, we announce that effective with our next meeting on June 1st, we will return to our normal council meeting room, and the public will be allowed to participate there. So our anchor location per state law will return to here, and we will still continue the electronic portion so that those who wish to participate electronically under the same guidelines through the city recorder to be able to comment publicly electronically or attend here in our chambers and do so in person. With that then, we do note, let's see. We have a couple of people missing, don't we?
Tom and Jake.
I'm sorry, what?
Tom and Jake.
Yeah. So we have 5 council members here. It's a quorum, but we we have 6. Just arriving a little late. We expect our 7th one to join us shortly. With that roll call then, inside the City series, we have one to present again this evening, and we'll hear that now.
We've implemented a police recruitment unit here at West Valley Police to focus on hiring the most qualified applicants for the city as police officers. The opportunities that we have a patrol division, we have a canine division, we have detectives, we have temporary field officer positions with the FBI, the ATF, the DEA. Many of those other agencies don't have opportunities like that. And so as you go throughout your career and develop your resume. There's so many individuals, whether they're currently working in law enforcement with the other agencies, wanting to come work here, never worked in law enforcement before, have so many questions, or currently attending the academy or working in corrections. There's so many questions that people have about how does West Valley Police Department operate and function? What can I expect to be a police officer? What's the day-to-day job like? What are the benefits that West Valley City offers? And so by assigning an individual who's an officer through various entities and units, we have the ability of reaching out and talking to them. We assign them a police recruitment unit member who can contact them and help them out through the entire process, let them know and answer any questions, arrange ride-alongs with them. And we try to get out as public as possible. During the last year with the COVID restrictions, we weren't able to get out to many of those events. But prior to that, we were out at USANA, we were out at Maverick Center, out working with some of these events with the community that we're serving. Trying to answer questions out there. There's a lot of people that are interested in it, don't know a lot about it, and so getting out into those community events and providing them the information has been huge for us. Anyone that has any interest in it, West Valley City, the opportunities that we have are phenomenal. I hope people would take a look at our website, take a look at our pay, our benefits. We list it all online. Those individuals that are in law enforcement and want to have more opportunities, more room for advancement and growth, please take a look at the stats that we have that are online. Our agency offers a phenomenal amount of opportunity for growth, and we're not too large that you're just a number. We're a family-oriented type of a city, and so being able to know one another, communicate with one another, move into different specialties, West Valley City's one of the best in the state.
Thank you. Next on our agenda are the minutes. Need to take care of the minutes of May 18th.
Move to approve the minutes of May 18th.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Properly before us, without objections, the minutes will be approved. Hearing no objections, the voting is unanimous. Next, we go to our public comment period. And Nicole, how many people do we have scheduled for tonight?
Mayor, we have two people here for public comment tonight.
Okay. Well, let's hear from them then next.
The first is Holly Sweeten from Congressman Owen's office. Holly, you should be able to unmute your microphone now.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mayor Bigelow and City Council members, Congressman Burgess Owens sends his best. We're happy to be part of your City Council this evening and just want to let you know that we're here to serve you and your community, and we're here to just be a liaison for you as well for any federal issues that you may have. And we have two offices. We have one here, the district office is in West Jordan, and then of course we have our DC office. Both of those work in tandem together, and I'm actually director of outreach, and so we just want you to know that we're here to serve you in any way that we can. We'd also like to thank Mayor Bigelow for having Congressman Owens attend your Guardians of Freedom War Memorial groundbreaking on Monday, on Memorial Day. And it will be an honor for Congressman Owens to say a few words and to be there at such a happy occasion where lots of stakeholders we know are getting together and celebrating this wonderful memorial. If you have any questions of me, I'm here to answer a couple of questions. And then is there a chat where I can put my email in case any of you need anything? You know, we have a constituent services side that deals with casework. So if you ever have a member of your community who is needing help with a VA issue or a visa issue or something along those lines, we are ready and capable to handle those issues. And if it's not a federal issue, we can help point you towards those agencies that might be able to help you even within the state. Would there be a chat there where I could leave my email?
There's not a chat,
Okay.
but if you will just email our city recorder,
You bet.
you'll see that is
She's got
shared with
that.
each other. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then we'll just have them share that with the council.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And we are very appreciative that Congressman Owens is going to come to and speak to us. It's always a pleasure to have one of our congressmen come for any reason into our city.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. It's an honor.
Okay. Well, with that then, Nicole, who's next on the line?
Next, we have Jim Visock, sir.
Good evening, Mayor. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear me continuously. Once again, my internet's in and out. It was good seeing you guys all today at the re-grand opening at Parkway Park. Mayor, your inspiring speech to the neighborhood, seeing Councilman Bueller, Councilwoman Lang, and Councilman Christensen also out there. It was great to finally see you guys in person, sorry. I had oral surgery done yesterday, so I'm kind of talking funny. It is also good to hear that the meeting hub anchor location, whatever you want to call it, City Hall. We will be back there next week. I will see you in person there. Lately, I've been driving a lot on 41. I actually like it. I do have concerns, as the other person who usually speaks, about the speed. I noticed it's down to 30 miles an hour. They have signs up. If you're going 30 miles an hour on that road, people are passing you like you're standing still. I'm sure Chief Jacob and her team are doing selective enforcement there, but man, it is crazy. And then it's good to hear that Mr. Owens will be there for our groundbreaking, or your groundbreaking, Mary, your big project there over by the Culture Center for the veterans. I will see you then, and stay safe, stay strong. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you very much. Since that was the last one, then we'll bring it back here. If our Assistant City Manager, Nicole Cottle, any comments?
Nope, not today. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Council members, any comments to add? Hearing none, then we'll go to our agenda items of resolutions. We have 4 of those tonight. Well, let's see, actually, if you count the consent agenda, 6, but we'll begin with Resolution 21-74, authorizing the city to enter into an agreement, a development agreement with Pent Redwood Road LLC. This 1.5 acres of property at 3870 South Redwood Road. This is to establish what can be done there, how it can be developed, and fairly routine item. So I won't belabor introducing that. I'll just turn it to the council for any comments or action.
Move for approval of Resolution 21-79.
Second.
Properly before us. Any further comments? Hearing none, we'll turn to our city recorder for the roll call vote.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu.
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang.
Yes.
Councilman Bueller.
Aye.
Councilman Hune.
Aye.
Councilman Christensen.
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt.
Yes.
And Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Next, we have Resolution 21-80, a resolution of the City Council of West Valley declaring its intention to reimburse itself for expenditures incurred with the connection of road improvements with the proceeds of the bond, once that's issued, and related matters. And, oh, come on. For some reason, my computer just froze. Okay. Well, that's all I'm going to say then, because everything else I would have had to pull up another screen. And right now I can't pull it up. So, to the council.
So the funding source was the legislature, a 10-year commitment of 1.5 million every year, and that's what will pay back the bond, as I understand it. Sure. So with that, I would move for approval of Resolution 21-80.
Second.
Properly before us. Actually, the approximately 1.5 million is over the life of the bond. It's a total of 18 million. And of course, I have problems with bonds in general. And this one, even a little bit in particular, but that's not saying there isn't much good that will come from it. I wish the legislature had not done it that way. I think there were some real problems with the way they did it, but however, this is funds that will come to the city, and that was the intention with the sales tax, the quarter of a quarter that was set up for that purpose. So with that then, hearing no further comments, to our city recorder for the vote.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
and Mayor Bigelow.
No.
Motion passes by majority.
Yeah. A lot like when I was in the legislature, I was one of the few no's, but anyway. But my computer did start working, so let's see. Next we have Resolution 21-81 to award a contract to Mcgreen and Sons on Begley Road and 5900 West Roadway Extension Project. This particular project is another key piece in the development there in that area on the north part of the city, south of 2100 South. So this is for $3,100,000, and will include, of course, the pavement, street light, storm drain, utility lines, all that sort of thing. So that's probably everything on that. With that then, to the council.
I move for approval of Resolution 21-81.
Second?
Properly before us, any further comments? Hearing none, to our city recorder.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu.
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. Next, we have Resolution 21-82. This is a cooperative agreement between ourselves and UDOT for a pedestrian safety project. That particular project will be an impact of $165,500 coming from the Class C road funds. This is for a sidewalk, et cetera, on the north side of 3500 South from 5174 West, 5200 West, where there currently is not a sidewalk. And that total amount is split between ourselves and UDOT, with the state doing $99,500 and the city of $66,000. With that introduction, to the council.
I would move for approval of Resolution 21-82.
Second.
Property before us, hearing no further comments, to our city recorder.
Councilman Nordfelt,
Yes.
Councilman Christensen,
Yes.
Councilman Hune,
Aye.
Councilman Bueller,
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang,
Yes.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu,
Aye.
and Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
We do have two items on our consent agenda, Resolution 21-83. This is for a delay agreement with Kales Cottonwood Heights, 6644 West, 2100 South. And then Resolution 21-84, easement purchase, a permanent and temporary construction easement from Megan Kurth at 4317 South Stafford. The first one is a typical delay agreement that we enter into in areas where there is, makes no sense to put it in front of one place until we get everyone in place and then do the whole street. The other one, the second one is on the 2700 West project. And so another of the many that we do in conjunction with that. That's the introduction to the council.
Move for approval of the two items on the consent agenda.
Second.
Properly before us, with hearing no further comment, to our city recorder for the vote.
Councilman Fitzie Umanu.
Aye.
Councilwoman Lang.
Yes.
Councilman Bueller.
Aye.
Councilman Hune.
Aye.
Councilman Christensen.
Yes.
Councilman Nordfelt.
Yes.
And Mayor Bigelow.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. There is no need for a closed session, but I will mention again for anyone who might have joined late listening in that we will return to our normal meeting location at the City Hall. The public is invited. So we will not have an exclusive electronic meeting, but we will still allow the public and council members and staff where appropriate to participate electronically. With that then, that concludes our business. Yes.
Do you want to tell people in case the public wants to come to the groundbreaking on Monday?
Oh,
Details?
thank you. That's a good idea. You can check the city website, but on Memorial Day, next Monday, May 31st at 10 a.m. in the morning at 1480 West Cultural Center Drive. There just south of the Cultural Celebration Center will be a groundbreaking ceremony for a memorial. The memorial is to honor the names of all Utah veterans who gave their lives in combat. Well, I shouldn't say gave, they were taken. And we will inscribe their names on a wall for the public to come in a nice, peaceful, appropriate setting. Most of the funds for that have been raised, and this will be the first phase of a much bigger project that will spread over time. Congressman Burgess Owens will be our speaker there, along with a couple of others, be a short program and then the groundbreaking ceremony. And the public is invited, and there'll be some refreshments, my understanding. With that, then thank you. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I'll just motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Then without objection, we will be adjourned. Hearing no objection, the voting is unanimous. Thank you, and have a nice evening.